Life can be a roller coaster, and often we find ourselves navigating the twists and turns and being really unsure of how to fully embrace our nurturing instincts and how to confront our fears that are holding us back. But guess what? Well, that's what makes us and this journey so extraordinary. So first things first, let's explore the incredible power of embracing our inner nurturing. Imagine a warm embrace on your soul, for your soul. A gentle reminder that self-care isn't selfish at all. It is actually a vital ingredient in our recipe for a harmonious and balanced life. So as the saying goes, nurturing yourself is not selfish at all. It is actually essential to your survival and to your well-being. So grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea, settle into a cozy space, and let's unravel the layers of self-love and self-care. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the shadows that often lurk in the corners of our mind. Fear, that would be what is probably lurking in your mind. And how we face our fears, because by standing up and facing our fears, it's a very courageous act. And it is an act that will propel you towards growth and transformation. So it's time to turn on the flashlight and explore what's hiding in the dark. In this episode, I will share a personal story about fear that I faced head on, and how that experience became a catalyst for my own transformation. And trust me, you are not alone in this journey. So what happens when we bring these two powerful elements together? The interplay of nurturing and fear is really a delicate dance. And understanding the delicate relationship is key to unlocking your true potential. As we embark on this exploration, I encourage you to grab a journal or find a quiet moment for reflection. How can you infuse more nurturing into your daily life? What fears are you holding back from stepping into your full potential? Let me repeat those two questions. 1, how can you infuse more nurturing into your daily life? 2, what fears are holding you back from stepping into your full potential? So join me in this transformative journey and conversation. Share your insights and questions, any aha moments with the Inner Radiance community. Let's create a space where we can uplift and support each other on the path to embracing our inner nurturing and facing our fears.
Welcome to the Unleash Your Inner Radiance podcast with your host, Lisa Dorn. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance.
Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to another episode of Unleash Your Inner Radiance. I'm your life, wellness, and transformation coach, Lisa, and today we are diving deep into the topic that holds the key to unlocking a life of boundless possibilities, forgiveness, healing, and opening your heart again. You know, life can throw you a series of curveballs, and it does. some people call it lemons, some people call it curveballs, but either way, life seems to throw us so many curveballs. And, sometimes you stand there and go, really? Can I take another lemon? Can I take another curveball? Can I take another cul-de-sac? Can I take another wrong turn? Because it just, I don't know, they just get in the way. But they're always thrown at us one way or another. So from that, we kind of hold on to guilt, anger, maybe lack of focus. It's like a storm that clouds our inner radiance. Some people would say it's like a storm that clouds their brain. But what if I told you that breaking through this storm is not only possible, but essential for living a harmonious and balanced life? So let's start by talking about the invisible walls we build around ourselves. These walls are made of fear, and they often stem from guilt, anger, lack of focus, and probably envy. So when we don't address these emotions, they become the bricks in our self-sabotage fortress. Picture this. It's as a wall and a shield, protecting us from the perceived threats of the world. Yet this shield, built from guilt, anger, resentment, and lack of focus, becomes the very thing that isolates us. In relationships, it's kind of like standing behind a bulletproof glass. We can see and hear, but that genuine connection that we all desire is hindered. I've witnessed the impact on my own life. The wall of fear I created misunderstandings, hindered my vulnerability, and kind of led to a cycle of broken connections. A lot of broken connections with friends. So it is really crucial that you recognize, or we all recognize, that dismantling this wall is the first step to cultivating meaning relationships. I've been there too, hiding behind my own wall of fear. It was kind of like living in a prison of my own making, blocking the light of growth, blocking my own fulfillment, my own love for myself, my image of myself, how I thought other people saw me. It is really crucial to recognize that dismantling this wall of forgiveness is the first step for you to cultivate not only a meaningful relationship with someone else, but also a meaningful relationship with yourself, because you need to learn to love yourself again. You have to love yourself in order to give someone else love. I've been there too. Hiding behind the wall of fear. And fear is just images that we create in our mind. It's, you like, just put yourself, it's like you're living in a prison because you can't love yourself and you can't love somebody else. And you don't want to let people in because they might hurt you. And so you just don't ever grow and you don't ever feel any fulfillment. But there is really some good news there because we hold the power to dismantle these walls and use them to step into a life of authenticity. The wall of fear doesn't just impact our relationships, your relationships with other people or your relationship with yourself. It's actually a major roadblock to personal growth. So imagine this wall as a barrier to the sunlight of personal development. It will cast a shadow on your potential. It will inhibit you from reaching your goals and embracing your true self. Self-sabotage, which comes out of that, isn't just a personal struggle. It really truly affects all of your relationships, whether it's with your kids or with your parents or with yourself or with a loved one. Have you ever found yourself sitting in anger, ruining friendships, and feeling the ache of loneliness? That would be something to journal about. Let me repeat that. Have you ever found yourself sitting in anger, ruining friendships, and feeling the ache of loneliness? That would be a good thing to journal on. It's time that we explore how breaking through these barriers can lead to healthier connections with ourselves and with others, and those all lead to a more fulfilling life. Healing is a process, a long process. It is not an event that will just happen. So I'll share some strategies how to overcome guilt, anger, resentment, lack of focus, as I guide you through a transformative journey toward forgiveness and self-discovery. More to come on that in the future. But right now, let's take a moment together. Close your eyes. Don't do it if you're driving, please. Feel the weight of that wall. It's heavy, isn't it? Now, I want you to envision tearing it down, brick by brick, allowing the sunlight of personal growth to flood in. What does that feel like? What goals and aspirations come into focus? When you get a chance, go back and listen to that. Because I want you to sit with it, feel it, and experience it. I want you to journal about it. What's going through your mind, how it's making you feel, what it would do for you on any level, business or personal, if you broke down that wall. Please reach out to me on Instagram if you need to talk about anything, because I'm here. So back to today's mission. My mission was to guide you toward living your purpose and breaking free from the shackles of fear. Are you living authentically, in faith, and in purpose? Or are you still being held captive by fear? Because guess what? It is time to spread your wings and fly. Like I said a little bit ago, I would absolutely love to hear from you. You guys are my amazing listeners. I cannot believe how many times my podcast has been shared and how many downloads and how many listeners I have. Thank you all. But please share your questions on forgiveness and healing. So I invite you to join my Inner Radiance community. You can reach out to me on Instagram if you'd like an invite, but I do have a Facebook group. It's a space where we can guide each other toward meaning and purpose, on how to live authentically with empathy, kindness, love, and inspiration. So let's create a ripple effect of positive changes in our lives and the lives of all of our friends and family around us. Remember that authenticity is not something you can fake. You're either authentic or you're not. It requires a willingness to be open and vulnerable and true to yourself. So, my Inner Radiance tribe, let's embrace this journey together and light up the world with our authentic selves. As we wrap up today's episode, let's shift a little bit of focus from the past to the future. Here's a question. How can forgiveness and healing open the door to a life of boundless possibilities? That would be another thing to journal on. How can forgiveness and healing open the door to a life of boundless possibilities? I'd love to hear from you because together we will explore the keys to unlocking your potential and embracing the inner radiance you have within. So thank you so incredibly much for joining me today on Unleash Your Inner Radiance. Please remember, forgiveness isn't just for others. It is truly a gift for yourself. So break through those walls of fear and let your inner radiance shine bright. Oh, so much brighter than ever before. Until next time, keep embracing, keep growing, keep balance and purpose. This is Lisa signing off. Stay radiant. Hey, Radiant Souls. Thank you for embarking on this transformative journey with me today on Unleash Your Inner Radiance. I'm your guide, Lisa, and what a powerful exploration it has been into the realms of forgiveness, healing, and opening our hearts once again. Life's curveballs can sometimes feel like a storm, really dark clouds, clouding our inner radiance. But today, we discovered that breaking through the storm is not only possible, but it is essential for us to have a harmonious, balanced life. So reflecting on those invisible walls of fear, because remember, we were born with the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises only. So our walls of fear have been built from guilt, anger, resentment, lack of focus, and probably envy. We uncovered how each of them impacts our relationships. It's like standing behind bulletproof glass, or better yet, plexiglass that's kind of distorted, hindering our genuine connection. I've shared experiences, and it is really clear that dismantling these walls is the key to cultivating mutual connections, not only with others, but with ourselves. Self-sabotage is that internal struggle, and it doesn't just affect us personally, it ripples into our relationships, causing anger, sometimes resentment, and loneliness. But here's the good news. If we actually hold the power to dismantle our own walls and to step into a life of authenticity. Closing your eyes, feel the weight of that wall and envision dismantling it. This is going to be your first step toward flooding your life with sunlight and personal growth. So, what goals and aspirations came into focus for you during this moment? And again, I want you to go back and journal. I want you to think of this. And I want you to, while you're deep in thought, think of what goals and aspirations came into focus for you while you were doing this, while you were listening to this. Where did your mind go? Put it on paper. Your mission, Radiant Souls, is to live your life on purpose and to break free from the shackles of fear. So, are you living authentically? That's a really tough word, actually. Are you living authentically in faith and in purpose? Or are you still held captive by fear? It's really time for you to spread your wings and fly. If you need some coaching, feel free to connect with me and we'll talk for 30 minutes. Free. I'm just here to listen. So I would actually love to hear from each and every one of you. So don't hesitate to share your questions on forgiveness and healing. You can catch me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, or DM me and say, hey, I want to join your Inner Radiance community, where together we will guide each other towards meaning and purpose. So remember, authenticity is not something you can fake. It requires a willingness to be open and vulnerable and true to yourself. So while we're at it, let's continue embracing our journey together and light up the world with our authentic selves, with our energy. You know, when you are living authentically, your energy is so much brighter. So let's find that. As we wrap up today's episode, let's shift our focus a little bit to the past again, and then back to the future. How can forgiveness and healing open the door to a life of boundless possibilities? That's a question for you to ponder in your journal. How can forgiveness and healing open the door to a life of boundless possibilities? Together, let's explore the keys to unlocking your potential and embracing your radiance within. So thank you again for joining me on Unleash Your Inner Radiance. Remember, forgiveness isn't just for others, it's a gift that you have to give yourself. Break through those walls of fear and let your inner radiance shine brighter than ever before. Until next time, keep embracing your growth, balance, and purpose. This is Lisa signing off. Stay radiant, my friends.